HSC trials are coming up very fast, and if you want to guarantee that 90, 95, or even that 99 ATAR, you need to study properly. Preparation is key, guys. Look at the data. Literally most schools, my school definitely, the averages for trial exams were literally, if not a pass, it was literally just a pass, 50, 60, low 70% for most exams, especially the hard exams. Today I'm going to be covering a 3-phase study plan for the HSC trials. This is going to get you absolutely killing it. And if you're not doing trials, if you're in year 11 or if you're in another state, you can still use this for any big exam you got coming up. This plan will literally save you and give you some urgency as well. If you haven't started prepping, it's going to save you. If you're in the middle of your prep, you can maybe start on phase 2 if you've already kind of done the phase 1 stuff yourself. 3 disclaimers before we get into it. Number 1, every single phase in this whole study plan is rooted in my study system. If you don't know my study system at all, you need to check out my free community, High Achievers, or just go on my Instagram and learn my study system. Anki, past papers, and the traffic light system. These 3 phases and the whole plan is rooted in these 3 things. I'm going to be giving you the plan based off of these 3 things, my study system, which you should be using. The second disclaimer is that everyone watching this video has trials in a different amount of period. Like you might have trials in 3 weeks, you might have trials in 12 weeks. However long it is, you'll be able to change the time frame of each of the phase to suit yourself. And actually, also, phase 1 might not take that long. Phase 2 might take you ages, or phase 3 might be really short. Phase 1 might take your friend ages, but phase 2 is really short. Depending on where you're at, each phase will take you a different amount of time, and depending on how long it is until trials. And I'll talk at the end about how you can actually do that and how to gauge how long you need to be doing for each phase. Third thing is, if you want to go even beyond this video, I'm helping literally hundreds of students in every state in Australia, but especially New South Wales and the HSC, absolutely kill their exams, and they're on track to destroying trials. They've already destroyed all their exams. They're on track to destroying trials. Inside my premium online community, Elite Achievers, it is revolutionizing Aussie education. It is 1/20th the cost of tutoring, and you get 20 times the output. If you're keen and you really want to do well, check the link in the description. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, phase 1, this is what I like to call the foundation phase. Now, before we even get into any sort of past papers or any sort of exam conditions, or even get near trying to sit your trial exam, you need to get your foundations right. I'm going to start with Anki, number 1. That's number 1 of the study system. Anki, need all cards to be done ASAP. What that means is all of the topics you've already done for all the subjects you've already done, say it's like midway in term 2 right now, wherever it is for you, you literally need to have all the flashcards done ASAP. Now, if you don't use this and use notes, have all your notes done ASAP. Still fine. If you use notes, use notes. This video is not about the study system, although you should probably be using Anki because it's proven. You can use notes. If you're using notes, just make sure you get your notes done ASAP. This is a very good time to actually get set up with Anki because you're literally like setting time aside to make Anki cards. But you need to have flashcards or notes done for all of the topics that you've already done in class. This is crucial. This needs to be done ASAP. Right now, after you click off this video, you literally need to all the study you do, no homework, don't do your homework. The only work you do, don't touch a single past paper. Every single second of your study is making Anki flashcards. Once you finish making these Anki flashcards, then we can move on to the next part of phase 1. Cool. Now we've got the next part of phase 1. So, second thing, and this is actually past papers / traffic light system, because what's going to happen is we're going to use these together. You guys know how the traffic light system works. Green is something that you're really good at. Orange or yellow is something that you're not so good at, and red is something that you're absolutely shit at. So basically, for the foundation phase, we want to get everything, all topics, to yellow. Everything needs to be yellow, literally everything. No reds allowed. Every single topic that you've done in the past that you've just made flashcards for, you need to get it all to yellow. And everything that you currently learn, like say in the middle of phase 1, you learn a new topic in math, you need to make that yellow straight away and make the cards for it straight away. Now you might be asking, Jed, how do I actually get something from red to yellow? Now the traffic light system is based off a couple of things. Mostly it's based off your performance in past papers. It's also based off how well you remember Anki flashcards, and also just how well you feel with the topic if you can gauge it. But to get something from red to yellow, to get everything to yellow on the traffic light system, every single thing, you literally just do past papers. Now in phase 1, you are not doing any exam conditions. No exam conditions. The reason there's no exam conditions is we're not trying to test you under pressure here or under stress or literally test your exam anxiety or silly mistakes. We're literally just trying to build the foundations for you to do well and understand the topics. There's no point doing time practice if you actually don't even understand the topics in the first place. So all you're going to be doing is hopping on THSC and just doing past papers and scrolling through each paper. Say in math, you might be studying trig. You might only do 3 questions from each past paper, then go to the next one. You don't do every single question. You focus on one topic at a time, make that from red to yellow, then skip. Now, if you already have yellows, leave them. If you already have greens, leave them. For you guys who don't know how to set up the traffic light system, you literally just go to your syllabus and you start highlighting red, yellow, or green. And as I said before, red means you're very shit, orange means you're in the middle, yellow or orange means you're in the middle, and green means you're amazing at that topic. Inside Elite Achievers, I give all the students a traffic light system template. Literally, it's like a 10 out of 10 template that I use. I personally use in HSC, I use in uni, and it's already set up for you to just input your syllabus dot points, and it's very easy rather than having to download the syllabus, do all that sort of stuff. It's really annoying and do it yourself. You can just easily copy and paste in the stuff, and it's done for you. Alrighty, the next thing you need to be doing, and this is kind of while you're doing this stuff as well, you need to be making your English skeletons. Now, this video is not me telling you what a skeleton essay is or anything like that. You need to just be doing it. Like, I'm not here, I'll do an English video. I already talk about English all the time. Check my Instagram out, my TikTok. I'll also probably have another English video by the time this video is up. But you need to have your English skeleton essays done ASAP for every single module. I'm talking, if you're doing a standard or advanced, Mod A, Mod B, Mod C, and the common module, all needs to be done. That includes your creative writing. That includes every single skeleton essay. You should have 4, maybe 5 if some essays, like in advance, I know Mod B, some people do 2 essays, but really 4 skeleton essays. Every school usually does the common module first, so you should have your skeleton essay for common module done already, but if you don't, make one ASAP. And if you don't know what a skeleton essay is and you think, what's this kid yapping on about? A skeleton essay for English is, if you guys are going into English essays with quotes, just walking into the trial exam with just quotes and thinking you can make up a thesis on the spot, like I'm not some creative genius, I didn't do it, I got 97 out of 100 in my English advanced trial. I didn't walk in there with quotes, I had a skeleton essay, which is a very broad essay, a base essay, that answers a very broad thesis, and then it has logical progressions. I have this whole system that literally got me 97. It's getting so many students inside Elite Achievers 20 out of 20. I kid you not, 50 students inside Elite Achievers have gotten 20 out of 20 with my English system in literally the past couple of weeks. You should be using it. If you really want to learn how to use skeletons and not do it yourself and actually learn my system that is proven, check the link in the description. Elite Achievers has all of that for you. You need to be making your skeletons. They need to be done by the end of phase 1. And also, step 4 is short answers. You need to be doing English short answers as well. Once again, in Elite Achievers, I give you my entire system. Like I got 20 out of 20 in English short answers. All my students are getting at least 18, 19, 20 out of 20 in short answers. Link in the description. I teach everyone inside Elite Achievers exactly how to do it, but you need to be going to HSC and doing like 3 to 5 short answer questions a week. Get someone to mark them. If you're inside Elite Achievers, I'll personally mark them for you. But if not, ask your teacher. Let's be real though, most English teachers don't mark your stuff. If not, they make you wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like a whole month to mark your stuff. Inside Elite Achievers, I mark your stuff literally every day, every 1 to 2 days. Like you'll get your feedback straight away for essays and short answer, creative writing, every single subject. That is phase 1, the foundations phase. You need to 1, have all your Anki cards done. You need to 2, pass papers in the traffic light system, get everything to yellow, no exam conditions, don't do anything under stress. 3, your English skeletons need to be done. And 4, short answers, 3 to 5 a week, start getting really good with the what about and that sort of thing, which I teach inside Elite Achievers. I finished phase 1 now. Usually this should take no more than 4 weeks ever. Like 3 weeks is probably a good point. 2 weeks if you can really push it. If you've already got some of your skeletons done and you've already got heaps of yellows, 2 weeks would be good. But round about 3 to 4 weeks for this phase. If you have 3 to 4 weeks until your exam, this has to be 1 week, or you're gonna have to make your skeletons and you're gonna have to sacrifice on this. But this needs to be done. Even if you don't get to phase 3, phase 1 and 2 need to be done. Phase 1 is the most important phase, second most, and third most important phase. They're all obviously really important, but don't start with exam practice in phase 3 and phase 2 if you don't have the foundations. If you have a week or 2 or 3 to your trials exam, this is all I would want you to do. Literally make your skeletons and maybe do like a week of phase 2. This is crucial. You cannot skip this phase. If you literally have all of your time doing this phase, you'll do better than if you skip straight to these 2. Phase 2, let's get into it. This is what I like to call the firepower stage. The reason I call it this is because you're going to gain the firepower for you to absolutely dominate your exams. This is probably going to be the longest phase, guys, because literally what you're going to do here is 1, with Anki, you're going to start doing your daily reviews. You can obviously start your reviews in phase 1, but really you're going to be doing at least 45 minutes a day of Anki, because what you're doing here is learning all the content. You need to make sure you memorize and learn all the content. Now, memorizing the content and rote learning it off Anki, I get so many hate comments, oh my God, Anki is just rote learning. No, because we learn it and then we go straight to past papers with the traffic light system, and we're gonna start learning how to adapt that knowledge that we've learned. So with the traffic light system, we're still doing 0 exam conditions. I don't want you going into exam conditions at all. We're literally, all we're gonna do is, if you guys are smart and you see that here we've got everything to yellow, in the second phase, the reason why this is the longest phase is because everything needs to be green. Every single topic that you've done so far needs to be green. Now think about this, guys. No one that I know, or even you, went into trials with everything green. I reckon when all my mates went into trials and all the people in my year went to trials and all the people last year, even you, most people go into trials not even having any exam practice and having everything either red or yellow. You're going to have everything green literally 4 weeks before trials. It's just a cheat code. You have such an advantage over everyone if you get everything green. You don't even need exam practice if you've got everything green already. Let's get everything green in the traffic light system using past papers with no exam conditions, using your Anki review. That is sweet. Then of course, your English skeletons are done. So you're actually going to start practicing adapting your English skeletons. This is where you're going to start practice adapting English skeletons. Now, you could rely on your teachers to mark them. Obviously, you're going to start adapting them. You could rely on your teachers to mark them, which is going to be every week, 2 weeks, or even if ever. Or you could literally get feedback from me every 1 to 2 days inside Elite Achievers. It's your choice. If you want to be cooked, stay with the teachers. If you don't want to be cooked, come to me. So you're going to start adapting them. And again, I'm not going to talk about what adapting them means and that sort of thing because this video is a plan, not me actually teaching you anything. I'll have a video on English. I've got so many videos on my Instagram and TikTok about English, and inside High Achievers, there's a whole hour-and-a-half webinar on it as well. You're going to be adapting them. And what I would say is to do 3 to 5 a week. Now, that seems like a lot, but you're going to do no writing. It's only typing. Now, this sounds crazy, but you're literally just going to type them out. Only type them. And actually, that's the same for short answers. Literally just type them. There's no need to write stuff out. In phase 3, we'll get our handwriting good and stuff. We'll do that. And the more time you have for this system, if you haven't waited ages for trials, you'll be sweet. So just type out 3 to 5 adaptions a week. Like to type out one essay, you get 40 minutes in the HSC. So to adapt one essay, you literally just copy a skeleton essay, put it on a new doc, change some words and a little thing. It can literally take 15 minutes. It should take like 15 minutes to adapt one essay, 20 minutes to adapt one essay. That easy. Send it to me inside Elite Achievers. I'll give you feedback. Then that's it. It's literally just so easy. Perfect. We've adapted our skeletons. And of course, we have to keep up doing short answers. Now, this is a marathon, not a sprint, unless you're doing a sprint. It shouldn't be a sprint. So just keep doing 3 to 5 short answer questions and get feedback from me inside Elite Achievers. Cool. So we've set up ourselves with the foundations. We've then gained the firepower. This is the longest phase. I'll talk about at the end of this video how long each phase should be and depending on how many weeks you have. And also you can ask me in the comments below. Anki reviews, at least 45 minutes a day. Now, any new content that you learn straight away, your first priority, if you have studied but you've learned content today in school, a new topic, a new something in class, you need to make Anki cards for it straight away, then get it to green straight away. Your focus is to get everything to green straight away and make the Anki cards for it straight away. Provided that you have no new topics that you need to do or anything like that, you need to go straight to past papers, get everything that we made yellow, all the past stuff green. Every single thing by the end of this phase needs to be green. Just like with this phase, in order to have this phase done, everything needs to be yellow, and also you need all your skeletons done and a couple short answers. For this phase to be done, phase 2, you need to have all your Anki cards done, obviously, be already doing Anki reviews, have everything green, and adapted at least some skeletons with a lot more short answer questions as well. As I said, we're adapting it. We're not writing. We're literally just typing. We're not writing short answers, no handwriting, just typing. That is literally enough. We don't need to do any sort of typing. It's literally chill. Alrighty, so phase 1 is done. We've got the foundations. Phase 2 is done. We've got the firepower. Now, phase 3. This is what I like to call the domination phase. Now, the reason I call this the domination phase is actually me alluding to something that I said before. I said before, and I'll say it again. Most people go into the trial exams, A, doing no exam practice, and B, literally, if they did the traffic light system, they don't even do the traffic light system because they don't use my system and they're lazy. If they did the traffic light system, they would literally be red and yellow for everything. They'd have like a couple greens, if that. You are going to be dominating in this phase because you not only have every single topic as green, you're now going to do many weeks. Most of you, it should be 12 weeks. So it should be 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. You're going to have, ideally, 4 weeks of exam style practice of just doing past papers with literally everything as green. Now, I didn't really allude to this before, but what I need you guys to do is traffic light system daily. The traffic light system needs to be done daily in these 2 phases because you're literally going to be changing stuff from from red to yellow every single day and from yellow to green every single day. So traffic light system needs to be looked at daily here. Here, what we've been doing here in this phase, we literally, one thing I forgot to add is you need to be making your question decks because you're making heaps of question decks in this phase. Same as this phase, you're still making heaps of question decks. Now, if you don't know what Anki question decks are, you are missing out. Literally, it's the best thing that gets rid of silly mistakes. It literally is the best thing for your study, like better than Anki theory cards. Inside Elite Achievers, I teach you exactly how to do that as well, and there's some decks for you to use. Now in phase 3, the domination phase, Anki, we're actually not going to do any Anki theory cards. We're only going to do, really, we don't need to do any Anki theory cards, Anki question review. We're only going to review our Anki question decks because we don't really need to review much Anki theory anymore. You should have memorized Anki theory for everything in these 2 phases. Now, yes, you can do some, so I might add in minor theory review, but really, you're just focusing on God, I can't even write. I'm trying to teach you guys 97 out of 100 in English Advanced. And look at that. I don't even know what that says. I'm not the neatest, guys. Anki question review. Not much theory review. If you need it, you need it. But question decks is going to save you and it's going to let you get you acing every single exam in trials. Then, as I said, traffic light system. We actually already have everything green, so no more traffic light system needed. If you learn new content in this phase, you shouldn't be learning new content, but if you do learn new content, then obviously you can use it. But for everything else, everything should be green and it shouldn't go back to yellow or red because you're doing it in past papers, so don't stress. But obviously, we're going to be doing past papers and we're now going to be doing full exam conditions. Now, you can build up to this because I know we just went from 0 exam conditions to full exam conditions. So you can start by doing just like using each question at a time, just the number of marks, the amount of time you get, just like adding it up and then just like, doing it each question timed. Or you can just start with full mocks, print your papers out, whatever. Ideally, you're doing full exam conditions now. We've learned all of the content. Now we can go into exam conditions. With number 3, we're going to hand write our skeletons. We're going to start hand writing English. We're going to hand write everything and we need to memorize them. We need to start memorizing them. Notice how I didn't say you need to memorize stuff before. Now you need to start memorizing your skeletons and actually doing proper practices. Couple open book ones where you can read it and write it down. And then in the end, at least a week, you need to be able to memorize it and reproduce it off by heart and just do it. And then the 4th thing is, notice how our short answers has been consistent this whole time. 3 to 5 a week. Now, obviously it's hard here to get 3 to 5 a week, so just do 3. Here, actually, let's be real, don't do 3 to 5 a week. You should be doing 5+ a week and you need to be handwriting them. God, my writing sucks, but that's handwriting. That says handwriting. You need to be handwriting all of this. And that is phase 3. That's our domination phase. Anki question deck review, minimal theory review, past papers with full exam conditions because everything's green, handwriting English skeletons, memorize it, make sure you memorize it, handwrite everything, short answer for English, handwrite that as well. And that's phase 3, and now you're going to be able to kill it for trials. There are a couple of things I need to go over, however, because obviously, I'm going to use my red marker here. There's 2 main concerns for a lot of you. Number 1 is I don't have enough time, or how much time should I put to this plan, or how much time is each phase? And 2, the biggest question, I have exams before trials. I have exams between now and trials. There's other internal exams. How do I prepare for these? Let's answer that second question first. I've actually made this plan with that in mind. So you need to get phase 1 done before your exam. Phase 2, if you get everything to green, you're already ready for the exam. So you're actually studying for any internal exams you have between now and trials if you use this system. If exams are really soon, you need to prioritize those topics in those subjects. So for example, in math, say I have a calculus test coming up, I need to make all the calculus stuff green straight away and do all the Anki cards for calculus straight away and get into Anki straight away. For these upcoming exams, even if it's a topic test, you don't even need to do full exam conditions. Just make everything green, do traffic light system, question decks, focus on those topics, prioritize those topics, do them first, get them to green, and you're literally doing this study plan in each phase for different things. Now, yes, the annoying thing is you might be in different phases for different subjects. For example, math test is coming up in a week. I'm in phase 2 for math already, I prioritize math. But English, I'm still here doing the skeletons. Ideally, you're in the same phases for every single thing, and you don't move on to the next phase until you finish one phase. However, obviously shit happens, so don't stress. Then the question is, how much time do we spend on each phase? Ideally, you spend 12 weeks. Ideally, it's like 3 to 4, 4 and 4, or like 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and 2 to 3, or something like that, whatever you want it to be. However, I do understand that some of you guys are watching this at different times and some of you have trials at the end of term 2. Most of you have trials at like the first couple of weeks or week 3 or week 4 of term 3, but some of you with really shitty schools that are really annoying and just slack, make you do trials at the end of term 2, which sucks. However, you can still use this. And if you're late, if you've got 3 weeks of study, then it's going to have to be like 1.5 weeks on this, a week on this, and a couple days on this. Whatever it is, just drop a comment down below. I'll answer your comment and help you one-to-one with how many weeks you should be spending on this system. This is a system you should be using, but though no one actually plans their trial study. No one properly studies for trials. Use this system and you will kill it. Let's quickly go over it again though, because as I said, it's really crucial to use this. Phase 1 is the foundations phase. Anki, all cards need to be done ASAP. All question decks, you start making question decks as well. Phase 2, past papers with the traffic light system. You're doing the traffic light system daily. All of your topics need to get to yellow that you've done straight away with no exam conditions. Step 3, THSC we're using for past papers, as I said before. Step 3, English skeletons need to be made. Again, inside Elite Achievers, I literally teach you exactly how to make the skeletons. I low-key write them for you. You can even use mine if you're doing the same topics and the same texts, and I mark your skeleton essays every 1 to 2 days. Like, it is a no-brainer. Your teachers don't even teach you how to do well. I got 20 out of 20 and 97 out of 100 in my English Advanced Trial exam. If you want to learn how to do this stuff properly, literally use my skeletons inside Elite Achievers. I'll teach you personally how to do it. Link below for that. Short answers as well, same thing. Inside Elite Achievers, I teach essays, creative writing, short answers, exactly how to do them, how I got 20 out of 20 in every single short answer question, and all my students are getting at least 18 of them as well. Firepower, second phase. We're still doing the traffic light system daily. Anki becomes reviews every day at 45 minutes a day. Question decks are still being made and also reviewed. Past papers in traffic light system, as I said, traffic light system daily. Still no exam conditions. We're getting every single topic to green. We're gonna have to start adapting our skeleton essays, handwriting them, no writing, no need to write, literally just type, and same as short answers, no handwriting, just type. Phase 3, our domination phase. Anki question deck review, minimal Anki theory review, because you should have memorized it all here. Now we're going to properly do exam conditions and properly apply the stuff we've learned and the stuff we've got to green. So we're going to be doing full exam conditions on past papers. This is all of your study. This is literally 90% of your study. Anki question review literally counts as past papers as well, because you're literally just redoing past papers. English, we're going to start handwriting our skeletons and memorize them off by heart. You want at least a week of being fully memorized your essay. Don't do it the day before or the night before or a couple of days before, because you will forget in the exam. You want to make sure that you don't forget the skeleton and don't waste time in the exam. Then short answers, you still want to be doing short answers, 3 to 5 a week. Here you should be doing 5. I'd say like 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 5 plus. You should be doing 3 to 5 adaptions and 5 plus adaptions. You're like literally spending so much time in the last couple of weeks before trials. And that is it, guys. That is going to get you absolutely killing HSC trials. If you use this system, literally all of my students inside Elite Achievers are using it. If you use it, you will kill it. As I said, if you want to literally ace HSC trials English, I got 97. I literally got 100 out of 100 in advanced math, and you can learn math from me. So if you're struggling in math or any subject, in math, I got 100 out of 100 in advanced math when I was 16 years old as a year 11 accelerated student. I teach you an exact math study system, and there's videos. You don't need math tutoring when I've literally got videos inside Elite Achievers teaching you every single topic, my 100 out of 100 guides. If your tutor right now is an next student, if they got 100 out of 100, stay with them. If it's a teacher, sorry, but like, I got 100 out of 100, you can learn from me and absolutely kill it. Same as English, I got 97 out of 100 in my trial exam, first in every single subject. I literally can teach you exactly how to write a skeleton, short answers, mark them every single day. You'll ace it like all the students inside Elite Achievers. Inside Elite Achievers, there's also templates for traffic light system. There's also pre-made Anki decks if you can't be stuffed making them or you don't have enough time. If trials is very soon for you, Elite Achievers will literally save your ass with all the pre-made stuff, with all the videos, every single thing. I'll help you personally absolutely kill it. And that's basically it. It's a very simple plan, but simple doesn't mean it's easy. It's a very hard plan, but it's simple to execute. It's just very hard to actually stick to it. If you stick to this, you'll absolutely kill it. And as I said, if you want to take that next step and actually, if you don't have much time, or if you want to do really well in trials, check out the link in the description, Elite Achievers. Other than that, go and kill it and let me know how you go.